I wake up every day determined for the people, and Kamala is simply not determined, which is why you lost. It's quite unfortunate, but it has to be because, well, you ruined the country, Kamala. I'm dedicated to the people, and you're not. Oh my gosh, I could sit here and do this all day. I can do a better Trump impersonation, but it just you gotta give me a second. But I can do it. I know I can. I can do it, Coach. I can do it. But we're gonna get into this video. You guys clearly see by the title what is going on. This thing is nuts, and Kamala is trying to cope with the fact that she lost. How's my Trump voice? Smash that like button, hit subscribe. Shout out to the King Squad, the King Squad family, the King Squad elites. You guys are the bomb.com. You guys are awesome. Thank you to everyone who donates to the channel. And shouts out the channel, shares these videos, subscribes to the channel. You guys are awesome. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Let's get into this video. Smash that like button, hit subscribe. Let's go.
Good afternoon, everyone. To everyone
Tampon Tim.
Who's on the call.
Hide your kids immediately.
I can't express my deep gratitude to you. Personally, of being on this ticket was the privilege of a lifetime to be with Vice President Harris. But as an American, to see you out there and to see the work that you did, to know that you put your heart, your soul, your time, your talent, your treasure into something bigger than yourselves, the promise of this country, a place where everyone belongs, where no one needs to go hungry or be unsheltered, and where differences of opinion can be celebrated and differences of ideas. And you put that out there and you worked hard for it. And for that, I am forever grateful. I also recognize the emotions you're going through. And I share those with you. As the Vice President often says, we weren't running against something, we were running for something. And to watch the joy, the vision, the compassion, the decency that the Vice President brought to this, and that each and every one of you reflected every place we went, the caring and the sense of joy. I know it's incredibly disappointing now, and look, candidly, it's a bit scary because there's a very different vision that's being put out there. But now more than ever, we need the light to shine through. We need to be able to be that hope for the neighbor who's really wondering. We need to be that anchor for the folks who are wondering what's next. And each of you did the work. You took time out of your busy lives and you continued to do it. And it makes a difference. On the campaign trail, I would ask, there will be a day of reckoning when it will be asked, what did you do during the 2024 campaign? Well, I know the people on this call can say everything they possibly could. And for that, as an American, I'm incredibly grateful. And I mentioned that just yesterday, the product of the things the Vice President.
I'm incredibly grateful that we did everything we possibly could to make sure they cannot be in office again.
Fought for, and the things that she got,
if anything,
done. We had the final pot of money from the American Rescue Plan that we were able to put $5 million here in Minnesota into food assistance for hungry families during this holiday season. That's the type of stuff you are fighting for. That's the type of things that make a difference. And those things are just as important.
What? Man. Can't stop lying, can you? That's the kind of stuff we were fighting for. I can't do a Tampon Tim. First of all, I can't do a Tampon Tim impersonation. But then again, I don't even want to do a Tampon Tim impersonation. I don't want you guys mistaking me for him. Yeah, no, I'm not that guy. I do not associate with this guy at all on the screen here. But yeah, they were not fighting to feed families and make life more affordable and all this other nonsense and hogwash. They were fighting to sabotage the country and, you know, finish the job. That's what they were fighting for. We're not going to act like they didn't just sit here and pull this Order 66 on the nation. We're not going to act like this didn't just happen. Like Biden just didn't turn into Sith Lord Palpatine and sat here and started executing the force and writing checks and sabotaging our bank accounts and paychecks and using the force to raise the bills. And then life got increasingly more difficult. Next thing you know, you see immigrants living the American dream, and the whole thing was just a mess. Okay, definitely one for the books, not in a good way, but definitely one to remember so that it doesn't happen again.
Important now as they were before Election Day. And so I hope all of you take care of yourselves, take care of your families, find the place in your community to heal both yourselves and your community. And then when you're ready to get back in this fight, because it continues on. And I know that I've said it often on the campaign trail, I'm preaching to the choir. I couldn't be prouder to be with a choir that's on this call. You did everything that was asked. I also would have to say, I think all of us saw the possibility, and I know there's a bit of a feeling of loss because we saw what a real leader looks like. We watched a speech on the ellipse the week before the
Were we looking at the same leader?
election where Vice President Harris delivered on the best of America. She delivered the best of our better angels. She delivered a vision where all of us mattered. She did it with grace and dignity and continued to do that every single day.
Dignity, grace. You're not describing Kamala Harris.
She is still in this fight. She is doing it every single day. She is not done with her current job, and she's not done being part of it with all of you. And as I said, personally, it was a privilege to be on this ticket. It was a personal privilege to be able to become friends with an incredible leader, which someone who was willing to take on some of the toughest fights and continues to do so. And I would just ask all of you to join me in welcoming our Vice President, Kamala Harris.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you.
She just looks like she was just laughing and just keying immediately. You know, I just can't take her serious. Like I don't see Kamala Harris or Tampon Tim and think, wow, they're just amazing leaders, and they're just, you know, I can't wait to see them run the country. Like those words never cross my mind when I see them, not once. I just don't see good intentions when I see them. I just don't. I mean, what do you guys think of when you see Tampon Tim and Ku Klux Kamala Harris? Comment down below.
Back at you, brother. You are such.
You gotta be kidding me. And the accents don't stop. The accents don't stop. We're gonna run this back.
Our Vice President, Kamala Harris.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Back at you, brother. You are such an extraordinary leader, and we have become lifelong friends. I just, in front of everyone, I want to thank you, Tim. Yeah,
that's believable.
You lead with courage. You lead with heart. You see the people. You care about the people. You believe in uplifting the dignity to which all people are entitled, and you do it and you have a sense of fun when you're doing it. But you are an extraordinary leader, and obviously the people of Minnesota are very, very lucky to have you there. But you are a national leader and a dear friend, and thank you. Noel, thank you for your work in Pennsylvania and all that you did for our campaign. And let me just say to everyone on this call, I am so grateful for you, and I'm so thankful to you. I'm thankful for your love of our country and your willingness to put the work into it. I'm thankful for the faith that you put in me and Governor Walz and our team. And I am thankful because I know your character is such that you're not going to get knocked down. And you're in this fight. And you're in it for all the right reasons. And I know that about you. It's why you're part of this call right now and all the work that you did over those 107 days and even before. That's your nature. And the outcome of this election obviously is not what we wanted. It is not what we worked so hard for. But I am proud of the race we ran. And your role in this was critical. What we did in 107 days was unprecedented. Think about the coalition that we built, and we were so intentional about that. You would hear me talk about it all the time. Being a daughter of parents who are active in the civil rights movement, I know and believe that the best movements that are about progress in our country mean that it's leaders that we are dedicated to the coalition, to bringing people together that seemingly have nothing in common, but have everything in common.
I know she does not believe the words that are leaving her mouth. I just know she does not believe these words that are leaving her mouth right now. Is any of this believable to you guys? Like, do you guys think she's just being sincere, sweet Kamala, genuine, authentic Kamala Harris? These are not. Kamala Harris and sweet and generous and authentic and sincere are just not synonyms. Okay, I do not think of these things when I see Kamala Harris. I see some of the things I see I can't even say. So I'm gonna just stop right there. All right. Do you guys think Kamala Harris is being sincere? Do you guys think she's being authentic? Comment down below. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
A coalition where we bring people together based on a deep love of our country
A
and
deep
our
hate for our
understanding
country.
that
Translation: a deep hate for our country. Let's start there.
the strength of our country will be a function of our willingness to put in the work, and that we will do that work with a sense of joy, yes, with a sense of work ethic and understanding it's going to be hard, but it's good work. It's good work to be engaged in a collective fight for America's future.
What America is she living in? I mean, seriously, none of this is believable. I know it's not just me. I just know it's not just me. I mean, I'm sitting here like, you got to be kidding me. Like, she does not believe the words that are coming out of her mouth right now. This is ridiculous.
And it means so much to me and to Governor Walz that you knocked on doors, you called friends, you called in favors. You said, hey, I showed up at your softball game. Now I need you to show up at the campaign office. You put in the time. It was personal for you. And you gave all that you could to support our campaign. Because of your efforts, get this, we raised an historic $1.4 billion, almost $1.5 billion from grassroots supporters alone, the most in presidential campaign history. Nearly 8 million donors contributed an average donation of about $56 to fuel our people-powered campaign. And understand that the work that we did included the work that so many of you here did, which is to talk to first-time voters. Many of you are first-time voters. And to talk about how being involved can make a difference. And that remains true. And that's one of the pieces that I just want us to please take away, that our fight for freedom and for opportunity and for the promise of America, it included, for example, nearly almost 4 million first-time contributors to our campaign because of the work you did of helping people know that they can be engaged and that they're not outside, that they're inside, that we're all in this together. And that work continues. The work must continue of reminding ourselves that we have an ability to stay engaged in a way that will make a difference. The work that you all did, it's going to have lasting effect. Again, I'll say, the election didn't turn out like we wanted it to. Certainly not as we planned for it to.
It certainly turned out the way I wanted it to. I don't think it's just me, but I'm definitely going to say that. It certainly turned out the way I wanted it to. I can't relate. I cannot relate to what she's saying. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Whew. Thank God she's not the president. Like, we seriously dodged a bullet. We're out here looking like Neo from the Matrix. We were dodging all types of bullets, I tell you. Because, oh my gosh, she had no plan, okay? And any plans they did have was to sabotage us furthermore and finish the job off and solidify us in a coffin. That's what the plan was, okay? We dodged those missiles, seriously.
But understand that the work we put into it was about empowering people. That's the spirit with the work we did.
Empowering people to pop Trump? Got it.
Our spirit and our work was about saying that it is a strength that we each have to lift people up as opposed to beating people down. It is a strength we have that has lasting effect. So all that work that you did that was about engaging with other people, engaging with perfect strangers and in their face seeing a neighbor, that has...
You do not believe what you're saying. Like, we can see through these cheesy smiles and facial expressions. We can see right through it.
Beating people down. It is a strength we have that has lasting effect. So all that work that you did that was about engaging with other people, engaging with perfect strangers and in their face seeing a neighbor,
Like, do you guys believe this? It can't just be me. I'm trying my best not to pause it so much, but I mean, do you see this smile? Like, what? They really dropped this and said, yeah, this is some heat. Like, no, it's not. Like, you should have kept this one in the vault. What the heck? You got... Oh my gosh.
That has lasting effect. It reminds people that there are leaders like you who care and will bring us together. And you know, sometimes in the darkest moments, people lose faith in that. Are there people out there that feel that way? And you reminded people that yes, there are. And there are a lot of us. And that strength cannot be taken from us. That is our strength. It cannot be taken from us.
The strength to, complain and try to sabotage America and, hate themselves, if anything. I just don't see any strength in the party as a whole at all. I mean,
so listen, as I said the day after the election, I still strongly believe the light of America's promise will burn bright as long as we never give up and we keep fighting.
Fighting for what? What are you fighting for? To finish the job? Like, what is she talking about? What are they fighting for?
And the fight that fueled our campaign, a fight for freedom and opportunity, that did not end on November 5th. A fight for the dignity of all people, that did not end on November 5th.
The entire campaign was to turn kids into transformers and delete babies and allow them immigrants to live the American dream. Granted, there was a plethora of other things, right, that I can mention. But off the top of my head, I'm sitting here like, what? Like, I saw those videos. I was literally reacting. I was literally covering it all. Okay, we were literally in this together, going through these clips. Okay, you guys remember these clips. I know you guys remember these clips. And we're seeing them just fight to delete kids. They're getting on Oprah, making it look, doctoring it up to look all, serious and professional, to talk about deleting babies. And Tampon Tim is out here rocking back and forth in a corner, in a rocking chair with the lights flickering, doing scientific experiments on little kids. And it's just like, what is going on? Okay, the whole party became a clown show. Like, it was like the circus is in town. Oh, no, my bad. It's just the Democrats. Like, I mean, the whole thing was like gone. Like, no common sense, zero logic. These people should not be in charge. They showed us their version of America, and it was a dumpster fire, and we lived it. So I'm blown away how she can sit here and sleep at night at this point.
A fight for the future? A future in which all people receive the promise of America? No. A fight that is about a fight for the ideals of our nation? The ideals that reflect the promise of America? That fight's not over. So look, we still have a lot to fight for. Okay, a future where every American can pursue their dreams, ambitions, and aspirations, where the women...
she just said something very interesting, and she said, the land of the free, or whatever she said, something around freedom. I'm going to replay it.
Future where every American can pursue their dreams, ambitions, and aspirations, where the women of America have the right to still have a lot to fight for. Okay, a future where every American can pursue their dreams, ambitions, and aspirations. A fight that is about a fight for the ideals of our nation, the ideals that reflect the promise of America. That fight's not over. So look, we still have a lot to fight for. Okay.
It was something around like the fight to protect the freedoms of America or something. And I'm just sitting here thinking like what about free speech? The land of the free and the home of the brave, but anybody who's brave enough to use their free speech gets censored. So I need them to make it make sense, and they're not doing that. But they didn't do that the entire time, which is why they lost. And people are fed up. People got fed up. So let's continue on with the video.
Okay, a future where every American can pursue their dreams, ambitions, and aspirations, where the women of America have a right to make decisions about their own body, not their government telling them what to do.
That's funny. I mean, their entire party is the government telling people what to do. All the way around, really. But I digress.
Our fight for the rule of law, for freedom for all, for equal justice, for the sacred principle that everyone, no matter where they start out, has certain fundamental rights and freedoms that must be upheld. That's not over. That fight's still in us, and it burns strong. And I know this is an uncertain time. I'm clear-eyed about that. I know you're clear-eyed about it. And it feels heavy. And I just have to remind you, don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th.
Is she all right?
And you have the same purpose that you did. And you have the same ability to engage and inspire. So don't ever let anybody or any circumstance take your power from you. Look, this mission that we have, it takes hard work.
They haven't shown Tim Walz's face in a while. I guess he fell asleep.
But as you've heard me say many times, we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work can be joyful work. And in doing our work, we will remain committed and intentional about building community, building coalitions.
Did she just say they like hard work? That is super cap. That is not the Democratic Party. Well, the Democrat Party I know. All right. Last time I checked, they like handouts. They hate hard work. They don't want to work for anything. Okay. And, you know, last time I checked, America is a land of opportunity. You know, you can literally change your life. If you just, you know, give it, you know, lock in on something for 6 months, you can change your life. And there's a lot of people with that same story. You know, but the Democrats, they want handouts. They want the government to give them money and the government to do this and do that for them. And kind of like the government turns into Santa Claus. And it doesn't make sense. You know, the more government involvement, the more things just crash. It's like everything they touch just explodes. Like, I just don't, you know, I really think the Democrat Party is the party of laziness and hatred. But that's my personal thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think below in the comments.
Reminding people that we all have so much more in common than what separates us. We will be armed with the faith and the fuel that tells us what is possible and then drives us to achieve it. So let's continue to organize and mobilize and stay engaged. And I thank you all. I thank you all. We are all in this together. All right? We are all in this together. And on this practical eve of Thanksgiving, I wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving with the ability and to find the ability at this moment to just remember there is so much to be thankful for. And so,
like the fact that they didn't win. I'm very thankful for that. Let me know if you guys are thankful that they didn't win.
I wish for you that you are surrounded by the people you love and who love you. As you know, I encourage you to be around family in whatever way you.
Democrats can't be happy around family. They deleted them all. I mean, the whole campaign was to delete kids. I mean, I hope you guys are surrounded around family. What family? They're all deleted. They were on the way here, and then all of a sudden, night, permanent night.
You compose that family, but to take a moment and just reflect on all the good you have done and all the good you have yet to do.
I guess they're going to be reflecting for a long time because ain't no good coming from them.
We are powerful, those of us who love our country. and we got a lot of work to do. And with that, I will hand it over to Noel. Thank you all, and happy Thanksgiving from Doug and me and our family.
Man, that was really hard to watch. You know, I apologize because like part of me was like I don't want to talk too much, but this was sheesh, this was difficult to watch. Like I just couldn't believe that she said all this with a straight face for most of this. I was just blown away. What did you guys think? You know, about this? You know, how are you feeling about this? How you know, what are your thoughts seeing this? You know, do you think that she was genuine, sincere? This was authentic? Do you know, me personally, I'm just like, thank God that she did not win, because if she did, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't even know. I don't even know. The country would just be like, it's over, you know, if they did win, because, you know, Biden did a number on this country. All right. And Kamala Harris was here to finish the job. Tim Walz, and then you also have people like Gavin Newsom on the rise. You know, thank God that Trump just came back and he just kept going, because Trump didn't have to do any of what he did, but he just kept going forward, and that was huge. Trump displayed just a lot of superiority and leadership, excellent leadership skills, if you ask me personally. Despite the adversity he was met with throughout his run. So that's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Shout out to the King Squad, the King Squad family, the King Squad elites. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Be sure to smash that like button and subscribe. Thank you to everyone who donates to the channel. Keeps me updated in the emails. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.